First ball of the game, and Pakistan are away. First run always important. So Venkatesh Prasad opening the bowling for India. Had some wonderful success. Will be wanting to bowl as accurately as they can. They won't want to give this man any room. He likes to play his shot. 31 matches already at the age of 17. Highest score of 102 against Sri Lanka.
There's no dearth of talent there. Both the teams having tremendous talent, and I think one of the things which is going to decide the outcome of this match is the nerves. Whichever team holds its nerve is going to come up trumps.
Very much online now. Prasad knows exactly what he's got to do. All about line and length, bowling with control. The quickest way to control the opposition is to keep taking wickets, and this man has proven in his career that he's capable of taking wickets. A best of 4 for 27. 79 wickets from 67 matches is a very good effort. Economy rate just a little bit on the higher side, but he's going to get better and better the longer he bowls at this level. Very much on line and some movement.
Listen, I think I'm sure Sachin Tendulkar has already told his batsmen as to what line to bowl to Afridi, because they all know that he's a very good hitter of the ball, and against Sri Lanka he showed Chamanta Vaz and Sanjeeva De Silva how hard a hitter he is. He is at present world record holder of one-day international fastest century, and that's his career strike. That is tremendous. Anyone above 70, 75, 80 is very good.
A good start for the Indians here. Just the 2 runs, 2 singles so far. One each for Anwar and Afridi. It's been a good start from Prasad. Saeed Anwar, obviously, the left-hander. Very experienced player and a very successful player in his 121 one-day internationals. The highest score of 131, 17 50s and 1100s.
A very gifted player.
On line again, but just a bit too high. That won't stop the crowd from appealing. They go through for the single. That'll be a leg by.
I think both these batsmen, it's not just the batsmen, but also the bowlers and the fielders. I think one needs to give them a little bit of time to settle down, and obviously the batsmen, both Saeed Anwar, and here we'll see Prasad beating Saeed, and obviously at the moment what the Indians are trying to do is to cramp the batsmen, not give any room to them, and in particular I think that's the tactics they will use for Afridi.
Down the ground, doesn't mind hitting the ball in the air at any stage of the innings. Just a couple of bounces into the boundary, so from being a very good start by Prasad, the last delivery just relaxes the tension just a little bit. 7 for no wicket.
And obviously Sachin has got in his mind how to control this partnership of Saeed Anwar and Shahid Afridi. These two so far have been the most successful opening pair in this Pepsi Independent Cup. They have given very good start to the Pakistan innings in both the matches that they played. One they lost, the other one they won, and I'm sure at this stage Pakistan is looking for these two to give a similar start.
Again, straight on line. You can't afford to bowl any loose balls. You've got to be ready to bowl as soon as the ball's put in your hand in these games. Tall man. Good bounce out there this afternoon. It really is quite a good wicket for this sort of cricket match. It's a good wicket for any sort of cricket match. There's a bit of bounce there for the bowlers. And the batsmen will enjoy the bounce and pace as well. We saw from Afridi last over. He can afford to hit through the line. The ball's there, you just hit through it and over the top of the field. Anwar will be the more sedate. He'll be looking to bat through the innings if he can. He'll leave the stroke play up to his younger partner.
Yes, in his own way, Saeed Anwar is I think, one of the best opening batsmen in world cricket, international cricket. And with Afridi opening with him, I think the Pakistani, especially in one-day cricket, has got, as they have been bowling with Waqar and Wasim when they are available, one of the best opening batting pair as well.
And just works into the gap. Quick single. It'll take a direct hit. It doesn't come.
And that is important too, because Saeed Anwar realizes that he has to keep the scoreboard moving. The singles are just as important as the boundaries. And with Shahid Afridi there, this is what Saeed Anwar will be looking to do. Try and give him as much strike as possible. Pick up the ones. There are gaps there. And obviously that will give both the batsmen more confidence. They'll get to the grips of the bounce of the wicket. And that is something which the Indians would definitely won't want to happen.
Delhi regulation field placings. 2 catches, both at slip. 3 in the ring on the offside. 2 in the ring on the leg side. Third man and a fine leg. Very regulation. Both teams fighting to establish themselves in this game. India needs wickets, obviously. Pakistan need runs. They want to keep that scoring rate, the run rate from the early stage around 4.
I think they would heavily rely on Caravella, because in the match against Sri Lanka in Bombay, he bowled a very good line and length, and his senior partner Prasad went for quite a few. But I think from India's point of view, it's also important that not just containment in the first 15 overs, but try and pick up a couple of wickets as well.
Caravella is on line, got the length pretty right, keeping the pressure on. Afridi, you can feel the tension out there. The Indians know, the Indian bowlers particularly know, that they can't afford to be over-pitching or under-pitching. There's not much margin for error. Afridi on this sort of wicket will be able to hit through the line and take full toll. The tension is there. You can feel it in the atmosphere. The crowd are on their toes. The fielders are nervous. Batsmen are tense. The bowlers are under pressure. Down the wicket, he's hit it in the air. This will be out. Mid on. He's got him. The first wicket falls, and that's a good breakthrough for India.
That certainly is. You can see the jubilation, not only of the crowd, but of the spectators, but of the fielders as well. And certainly, I think this is not what Pakistan had wanted. Afridi bitterly disappointed, but I think India needed this wicket badly, because they knew that this is one player who can take the game away from them. And there it is, not giving enough room, but Afridi trying to create the shot and slicing that ball going high. And in fact, it's a very good catch in the end, because the ball stayed in the air for a very long time. And in the end, it's a very...
Raja off the mark. Nobody will be more aware of the importance of runs here this afternoon than the Pakistan captain. He's in there earlier than he would have liked. He's in there to replace Shahid Afridi. High catches. And Pritesh Prasad, senior member of this bowling attack, but as he said, more prone to be hit about.
And that was a good shot by Saeed. He kept the ball on the ground, although it wasn't right up to him. He played it on the up, and a little bit of mix-up there by these two batsmen. And it's just nerves, nothing else, because...
Less experienced bowler, but he's done a very good job for India in recent times. On the line again, the ball's in the air, but it's cleared mid-on. Again, they're racing away to the boundary. They only have to beat the infield on these grounds, and the ball fairly races away.
Well, as we are saying, when Afridi is no more in the centre, Ramesh Raja is the one who's going to take the one and give Saeed Anwar as much strike as possible. And Saeed, without being a pinch hitter, he doesn't need to, he doesn't have to, because he's such a good striker of the ball, and he is a tremendous batsman, there's no doubt about it. And he is now taking over the role of making use of those first 15 overs when the field is restricted. And as we all know, he is a very good striker of the ball, and Pakistan will rely on him now that they have lost Shahid Afridi.
Slashes through the offside, too much width. Prasad under pressure. There's already been some field change on strike. The ability to continue. The pressure well and truly on India at the moment, despite the loss of the early wicket. Pakistan away to a flying start.
And Ramesh Raja is doing a wonderful job for his team. That's his career record. He has scored 900s and 29 50s. That's very good, and an average of over 30 in one-day cricket is quite good. And he has been absent for a while, but since he's taken over the captaincy, not only he's played
22 for 1. Ramesh Raja has only been there for 3 deliveries, but 3 singles to him. Just the 1 extra. 22 for 1 after 4. Again, the ball's worked into the gap. The outfield quick enough for them to take 2. So Prasad is having trouble just getting the ball in the right spot. His line is okay. It's more his length. His captain had a word to him between overs. He knows what he's got to do, but sometimes it's harder to do than just knowing about it.
Yes, that was interesting. After the end of the last over, Sachin Tendulkar walked up to Prasad and had a word with his senior bowler. And obviously he must be a bit concerned because he's the one, Prasad is the one who's supposed to be more accurate, and he's the one who's supposed to keep the batsman calm. But he is being expensive. Once again, Ramesh Raja finding the gap, and scores are flowing from his end, something which I'm sure Sachin is aware of and very much would want to keep this Pakistanis under 5 and over for the first 15 overs.
To a delivery, he goes over the top. Always safe. The ball was always going to carry far enough. And that's the problem for the bowler. You've only got to be fractionally off. The wicket is so good. When you've got a wicket that is true of bounce and gives good bounce, it increases the range of shots that the player has. You've only got to be fractionally full, as on that occasion. And good night.
And that's what Saeed Anwar is doing. He's just making sure that any opposition Sachin is talking or telling Prasad is to just relax a bit and take it easy, because I think it's tension more than anything else when you're playing in front of such a huge crowd with expectations, great expectations, and obviously being a local, he's expected to do well, and Sachin Tendulkar is, I'm sure, trying to calm his nerves.
Again, the flashing blade, that's gone all the way. Timing and placement, unbelievable hit. So Prasad is under pressure.
That was a remarkable shot, and it went very high, but it also went very far. That was on the leg stump, something which I'm sure Sachin is asking with. That ball wasn't really right up to him. It wasn't really a half volley sort of delivery, but Saeed Anwar, such a great timer of the ball going very high and very far.
Flashing blade again on the offside. The fielder at third man will have to move quickly, get the foot to it. The pressure is on the Indian bowler here. Prasad is feeling it. Saeed Anwar is aware of it. He's trying to increase that pressure. He knows he's got him worried. He's trying to just work on that. The psychological advantage is his, and he's going to make the most of it.
Yes, and such a good player on both sides of the wicket. There the ball being given to Britt to play that shot. Beautiful shot once again, and Caravella did exceptionally well to prevent that ball from crossing the boundary line, saving 2 runs for his team.
Single. The run still flowing in the 7th over. Score of 40. Right up around 6 runs per over. It's a very good rate. If I can sustain that through the innings, then you're looking at a fairly sizable total. But history tells you that doesn't always happen. You've only got to lose a wicket or 2. It can change the whole flow of the game. And from appearing like being a chance of scoring 300, it's amazing how often teams come back and struggle to score 250. The heat affecting all the players. Good over here for Pakistan. Well fielded.
41 for 1. Going along at over 5 runs per over. Most of the runs coming off Venkatesh Prasad. 4 overs for 31. Abhi Kuruvilla has done a very good job. 4 overs for just 9 runs. And as a result of that, I think Tendulkar now deciding to get Anil Kumble into the attack. And now this should be a good contest, Gary, between. And that smash straight down the ground for a boundary. Oh, just going over the rope. He didn't really time it well, but got enough bat on that for the ball to reach the fence. Straight away putting pressure on Anil Kumble.
Siam always straight away very quick punch on that half volley, taking full advantage, and this is what happens when batsmen are in. And that's why these two batsmen should stay there and try and see Pakistan through.
He swept this one, but Ganguly is out there in the deep. Very important now for India that Anil Kumble gets into a good line and length, because he's one of the most experienced bowlers in the side. If he starts giving runs a little too freely, then there'll be serious problems for Tendulkar.
It's always a little bit difficult for a captain when he has to bring his spin bowlers in so early, when his opening bowler really isn't.
Tendulkar taking some time here in adjusting his field. And Kumble now to Ramesh Raja. That's what Ramesh would be looking to do. And give the strike to the flamboyant Saeed Anwar. Very hot and humid out there. To test the stamina of the players. Won't be easy to concentrate.
Much better line and length by Kumble. A little bit of turn and bounce there. And one bouncing and just coming back in. Thick bottom edge. Very fortunate didn't play it onto the stumps.
And he goes over the top. And very clean. One bounce over the ropes. Another boundary here for Anwar.
That is why it's so important that these two batsmen should stay in. They pick the loose balls out very quickly to expose a new batsman there taking time to play himself in. And they certainly can punch anything loose, as we've just seen there. Good shot, front foot right out to it, and picking it up very early and hit it into the outfield.
Well, now good thinking by Tendulkar. He's pushed mid-on to long-on and brought in a man from between long-on and deep mid-wicket to a mid-wicket position. Ganguly, he's been kept busy. Why I say this is a good field setting for Saeed Anwar when Kumble is bowling, because he's not a big spinner of the ball. So keeping a deep mid-wicket for him is a kind of a wasted position. It's much easier trying to hit him straight and through the line. And then a good thing there for Anwar. Drop the man back.
All the runs are coming. There's many ones and twos, and once the runs keep coming, Pakistan doesn't really have to take any unnecessarily risks. They keep the board ticking over. These two batsmen are there.
And Anwar goes here over the top. Again, lovely piece of timing. One bounce over square leg for 4.
Certainly a lovely shot. Certainly wasn't a bad delivery. That the batsmen are in, their eyes are in, they got the bounce of the ball, the length, and Anwar was able to pick that up quite early and go with the movement of the ball. A lovely shot. And that is why these two batsmen have to really stay there. They can take any advantage of any loose deliveries that come along.
Where's he going to go now? Cut away. Straight to Prasad. Got a very good eye, Saeed Anwar. Beautiful timer of the ball. By him scoring so quickly, he's taken a little bit of the pressure off the Pakistan captain, Ramiz
On the Indian captain, certainly he'll be looking.
in the air, but past Tendulkar. Chase here for Ganguly. And the Pakistan batsman getting 3 comfortable runs.
And Raja inside, beautiful shot, nicely timed, turned into wrist over, picking up 3 runs there.
That gives the strike back to Anwar. Easy for bowlers to bowl long spells here in this heat. Tendulkar will Villa now for the final time in this over. Another single. He's on 45 and just 39 deliveries. This partnership now worth 58. It's come in good time. Just 60 deliveries. And for India, it will be Anil Kumble to continue. 2 overs before this for 15 runs. And most of those runs scored by Anwar. And he'll be the man he'll be bowling to. It's gone over the top here. There is a man at square leg. And a good stop there by Ganguly. That's a favourable bounce. He restricts the Pakistanis to a single.
Another good shot there. Good bounce for Dan Ganguly. Certainly if that ball didn't bounce that way, I'm pretty sure that if that kept low, it would have gone into the fence. It was a good shot. These 2 batsmen are beginning to play it very well.
That was 81 for 1.
Top edge, that's safe. So Saeed Anwar just trying a little lap to try and get it fine around the corner. False shot.
A very blind shot, taking his eyes off the ball just for a second then, and the ball looping over the keeper. And now we've got a fielder there, but that's for saving the one.
Charging, trying to hit it down to mid-on for a single. Charging and going for the big one. It's a miscue, but it'll be good enough nevertheless. He did get hold of it, tried to hit it into the stand, but the full flow of the bat took it through to the fence.
4 more to Saeed Anwar and 4 more to Pakistan. It was a flattish trajectory, but Saeed Anwar was quick to pick it up early, and he found a gap between mid-wicket and mid-on. There wasn't enough turn in the ball, but Saeed Anwar is batting well. He is really settled down.
And they run 87-4. Early on, we've seen Saeed Anwar just 62 from just 49 balls, and a good supporting role at the other end, 17 from 41 for Ramiz Raja. And the bowling, Prasad, they took the sword to him, none for 31 from 4, but Villa has been impressive, 6 overs for 18 and picked up the only wicket as well. And Joshi, his first over going for plenty. And now Robin Singh is the new bowler.
A good change by the Indian captain. Robin Singh is a good skid out of the ball.
batsmen were over here last tour and bowled in the nets. And it's very useful practice, just getting on quickly. And now having this opportunity this season for India.
Very hot out there, and you can see it from the faces of all the fielders and the bowlers, and of course the batsmen on the side there.
Staying in line, running quickly, do a couple here. Saeed Anwar will be feeling the heat. Their pains of success, nothing better.
Yes, no pains, no gains, and that is how this game progresses at the highest level.
Charging, hitting it aerially, the offside sweeper will do the fielding. So Saeed Anwar just chancing his arm a little bit there, looking to come down, and I fancy he was trying to hit it perhaps over mid-off.
And a tired looking shot really, because he didn't get hold of it properly, and maybe fatigue is getting into his system.
So the fifth player coming up inside the ring at mid-off. He's right, charging, but that bottom hand coming into his play, hitting across the ball and just killing the shot.
In fact, he's playing the ball a shade away from his body and not really getting hold of it, but he's sticking around, and that is how he got his last single. See how, where the ball is pitched and where his body is and where the bat is, but he still manages to keep the ball along the ground and pitch a single.
Saeed Anwar is punching it down, to mid-off, and the Indian captain has got a long arm there, and a big wicket saving the single, three in the offside saving the single, with an offside sweeper as we just pan away, and that man right out on the offside boundary. Oh. 92 for 1. 90 balls. Top of the stadium there. Not a place I don't think I would like to be.
Well, I'm not too sure if they're insured either. Having a good walk.
So Sachin Tendulkar now. Interesting to see how he goes. He's obviously decided that the slower you bowl it, the more effective it's likely to be. Varies his pace well, and very, very useful under these circumstances. See if he can pull it back.
Tension showing on Sachin's face, and he's got to throw himself into the attack, because I'm not too sure if the two medium paces would bowl their quarter of overs, both Kuruvilla and Prasad.
Little off spinner. There's an easy single there, just paddled around the corner by Saeed Anwar. I saw that Sachin Tendulkar going for 4.83 runs per over.
Good tweak there by Sachin, and once again Saeed played a very blind kind of a lap. Still managed to pick up a single. Oh! That was a much better ball, and Ajay Jadeja comes into the act.
Oh, a bit of indecision there in the calling. But neither batsman left their crease in the end. And a couple of fielders there. This fielder here and here. In an unorthodox position just behind for the little dab. A slight misfielder here, but no, they're not going to take the single. Saeed Anwar showing signs of fatigue out there, bent over his bat. Saeed Anwar did call for someone. Looks as though he needs some assistance. There was a message went back to the dressing room. Tendulkar just giving too much width there, just a single low, 95 for 1. 4 for 31 so far. He's bowled in, he played it on, it wasn't short enough, just skidding through a bit too quickly onto him. Ramesh Raja a little frustrated with his scoring rate, tried to pull the ball through mid-wicket, bottom edge, onto the stumps.
Yes, it was not terribly short, but Ramesh had made up his mind to pull him. The ball really skidded through, as you see it here. Went off his bat and onto the stumps. Good breakthrough for India.
So 22 from 51 balls, he goes. Pakistan now 97 for 2. Has arrived at the crease. But also what's happened in the meantime is that Saeed Anwar has a runner. And that's Afridi has come out to run for him, so obviously he's stressed, struggling.
Very experienced man, Ijaz Ahmed. And Pakistan would be looking forward to his stay at the wicket. Because if he stays, he's also a good strike of the ball.
So Ijaz immediately off the mark. He's playing it off his toes. He's looking to come back for 2. He'll get back as well. So that's good running, good pressure. And 99 for 2 at the end of the 19th. For the 100 for Pakistan, an opportunity to change the commentary team. We have Ravi Shastri and with him Asif Iqbal.
Thank you, Glenn. So Pakistan one short of the 100-run mark. And they're picking up the wicket of Ramesh Raja just at the right time. From Pakistan's point of view, good news is that Anwar is still there. And he's asked for a runner now. Joining him is Ijaz Ahmed.
Pakistan getting their 100, and this is how Ramesh Raja got out. Getting a bottom edge and off stump being uprooted. Robin Singh getting that breakthrough for India. And Ijaz Ahmed now joining Saeed Anwar, who is in brilliant form. He's got 68 runs off only 57 deliveries with 8 fours and 2 sixes. And Ijaz Ahmed joining Saeed Anwar, another experienced player, and with Saeed having a runner. Obviously that is going to help Ijaz, because we all know how good a runner he is.
That's right. Let's get the feeling that Saeed Anwar must have been dehydrated. Very hot out there. The Afridi, who was dismissed a little while earlier, is out there as a runner.
The only danger having a runner is the understanding, because especially when Saeed Anwar is on the strike, Shahid Afridi will have to be careful. He'll have to listen to Ijaz and he'll have to follow his call.
He's played that on the offside. They look for 2 here. Yes, and this field will allow them to get it easily.
Yes, that was putting pressure on the fielder, because the first run was very aggressively run, and Ijaz, the moment Saeed Anwar found that gap, took that first run very quickly, putting pressure onto the fielder, and obviously that made that fumble.
This is good cricket by Anwar. He's opening the face of the blade and running it square of the wicket. Another couple of runs. He knows exactly where that man is posted in the deep, Vinod Kamble, and he's making him run.
Pakistan with only 2 wickets down, cruising at 5 runs and over in the first 20 overs.
Again playing very intelligently, Anwar. Using his experience, milking the ball. And after 20 overs, Pakistan won.
A single so that Saeed Anwar can face. And here is that batting lineup, which with Salim Malik and Inzamam to follow. And Moin Khan is not a bad hitter. Mohammad Hussain, another good all-rounder. And I'm told that Azhar Mahmood is also very good with the bat.
once the ball has got a little older now and softer, it's not really coming on to the bat as well as it did. It was hard and new. It's important that the bowlers bowl straight.
And interestingly, Robin Singh, since he has come on to bowl, he hasn't really charged in like we have seen him doing in West Indies. And instead their side were beating the inside field. And what timing that was, brilliant timing. Once that ball beat the inside field, that went past the boundary line. 4 runs to side were brilliantly placed.
And that was just stroked. He didn't even try and hit it too hard. Just a tap there. And it also beat the man at third man. That's his strength. Beautiful timer of the ball, Saeed Anwar.
And in the process, he has scored his highest against India. He had scored 80 at Toronto against India, and this is his highest score.
Still has a very good average for one-day cricket against the Indians. 45.46. The Pakistanis. Again, beautifully timed by Anwar. Long chase here for the man at deep point, but that's the chase and win. He's really teasing the fielders here, Saeed Anwar, making them run all the way.
And then just beating them in the end. There it is. He's just angling the bat. Perfect timing, and by angling that bat, he's making sure that he beats the inside field. And there the ball, just beating Anil Kumble. Desperate dive there, but the ball beating. 4 more runs to Saeed Anwar.
One of the features of Anwar's batting is that he knows the spots he's looking to get runs from. Picks the areas in the field where he would want to hit the ball. So far in this innings, he's done that very effectively. He's found the gaps. He's raced away to 86 not out in just 72 balls in sight of his first 100 against the Indians.
And I'm sure that he would very much want that, not just for himself but for the team as well. Obviously having a runner is helping him because he is drained, there's no doubt about it. And having this runner obviously is going to give him time to recover. And every time he's playing a shot, he's sitting down and resting. What an all-round batting performance that is. And there's no doubt that he's one of the most elegant left-handed batsmen in the world in present-day cricket.
Even that, though the chart showed that he had scored more runs on the onside, still has in this innings played some lovely shots to the offside like this one. Again a chase here for Kuruvilla. He'll pull that back just inside the fence. And another couple of runs for the Pakistani left-hander.
And once again beating the inside field, and that's what his hallmark is. Every time he's timing the ball, he's not only doing that to perfection, but he's also placing it well, which obviously is a hallmark of a very talented and gifted batsman.
See there again, so risky. It's 133 for
Middle, and players like Salim Malik and Inzamam to follow. I'm sure Pakistan will be looking for a big score, and there once again Saeed Anwar bisecting those two fielders who are specifically there for that job to prevent that from happening. But once again Saeed Anwar playing very late and then right in the middle, picking up 4 more runs.
And he always finds the gaps. That's his strength. Reminds me of Brian Lara when he's batting. He's another left-hander who finds the gaps most of the time. And we'll have to wait and see if this has come off the bat. This is another boundary for Pakistan. Yes, a boundary signal.
Yes, it did. In fact, that's what Saeed is telling Ijaz, not realizing that the umpire has already signaled 4 for him. And 8 of this over so far. And there we'll see. Just getting back to it, taking 4 more runs. And this knowledgeable crowd in Madras and Chennai anticipating his century, cheering him up.
So 2 short of his 100 here, Saeed Anwar, 98 he is. He'll still be on 98. This will be his first 100 against the Indians. This knock of his has really taken the fight to the opposition. Get only a single here. And he'll get the strike too. 142 for 2. He's on strike here to Robin Singh. That should be it. His 12th 100 in one-day international cricket. His first against the Indians. And it's been a superb knock by this flamboyant left-hander from Pakistan.
And that was a brilliant knock. And how nice to see not only his teammates cheering from the dressing room, but also the huge crowd here. They are celebrating his 100. And by doing that, obviously, Saeed Anwar must be pleased. But what is important from Pakistan's point of view, that he has to stay there.
Important thing for Pakistan is that he's got it in such quick time.
Yes, he got his 100 off 82 deliveries, and that is his 12th 100, and he has joined Sachin Tendulkar in scoring 12 hundreds for his country.
Pressure now building on the Indians. They need a breakthrough here. With the amount of batting Pakistan have to follow, they are in a very good position here to reach a target around 275, or even more than 275.
Yes, Ravi, and I think what is important from there is Saeed Anwar's career record. 121 matches he has played in 17 50s and 12 hundreds.
That was again timed beautifully, but straight to the fielder.
What is important from Saeed Anwar as well as from Pakistan's point of view, that they do have wickets in hand, but they'll have to go on scoring at this rate, because if they lose a couple of wickets, the pressure will get back onto them, and the new batsman may not find that easy to score. Ijaz is doing the sensible thing by giving as much strike as possible to Saeed Anwar.
Yes, he has made batting look particularly easy here. It's 144 for 2. And were there reaching his 100 in the last over from Robin Singh. 100 and just 85 deliveries. Terrific knock that, and Ijaz Ahmed here giving him good support. He's made 14 and 20 deliveries. Pakistan is really in a good position now. 27 overs, 144 for 2.
Sachin Tendulkar here, he has to do something different now, because the Pakistanis are getting into a nice groove. The scoreboard is moving, and well, there it is. Prasad taking over from Tendulkar, and I think it's the right thing, because both these batsmen, they are quite content with the way things are going, and obviously Tendulkar realizes that and making this change.
And this will be 4 runs, and it's come off the bat, just beating the diving Mongia.
Very delicately played by Ijaz Ahmed there. Ball going down the leg side, and Ijaz just managed to put the bat to the ball and beating the diving Mongia, picking up 4 runs. That is something which surely Prasad didn't want, changing ends, coming on to bowl. The first delivery of his second spell, and once the first ball goes for a 4, the pressure is back on the bowler.
Yes, He was very expensive in that first spell of his. Just couldn't get his line right. 31 runs in his first 4 overs. Saeed Anwar in particular took a liking to him. Just seemed as if he had sorted Prasad out. He had picked up his slower delivery and wasn't afraid going over the infield.
That is good partnership.
Very good first spell, 6 overs for 18 runs. Again, the Pakistan batsman will look for 2, but in the end just settled for 1. It's 150 for 2. 50 for 2. And runs coming in just 168 balls. There's going to be a change in the commentary box. It'll be Greg Chappell and with him Vishen Bailey.
Thank you, Ravi. We're coming down to the business end of the innings now. Pakistan have set a good foundation. It's amazing how often that can all fall apart if you lose a few quick wickets in these later middle overs. Trying to force the pace in the later overs as Robin Singh comes back to his mark to continue his spell. Anwar slashing again. He really has struck the ball beautifully in this innings. Pakistan will need him to stay there a little bit longer. Whilst they've got some good batting depth, I think they're going to need a score of around about 290 to 300 before they can feel comfortable.
Well, this wicket is a good one-day wicket, and a score of 290 or nearly 300 is not beyond a side batting first. Pakistan is off to a very good start thanks to Saeed Anwar. He's still there along with the runner.
Ball into the gap through the infield, but the man at deep square leg able to cut it down. Yes, it's 58 for 2. 30 overs gone. Saeed Anwar a magnificent 107. Ijaz Ahmed just poking the ball around, pushing it into the gaps, giving Anwar as much strike as he can. Robin Singh continues in the air and over mid-off. A couple of bounces into the boundary. That's pretty tough work for the bowlers.
He timed it nicely and placed it where he wanted to, over the top of mid-off. And even though he played far away from the body, he can afford to do so because he's been in long enough and he's had a fairly good look at the Indian bowling.
Hot work, as you can see. Much a bowler can do but try and get the ball in line with the stumps in the hope that anything that the batsman misses is going to hit the stumps. If he's not going to be hitting the stumps, then it's virtually a free hit.
Well, a good ball is a good ball in any class of cricket, and that's something which I've always believed. And if you want to spin the ball, all you do is give it a bit of a tweak and not try and bowl flat as Joshi's trying to do right now.
And again gives it the full flow of the bat as he so wants to do, and he has done so well today.
It was a bad ball, pitched on the leg stump, and Anwar did well to keep it down and along the ground, fetching him 4 more runs. You're bowling to a man well set, you've got to bowl well, and look where the ball is pitched. Anwar had all the time in the world to go for the sweep to perfection.
Well, again, it's a free hit. If the ball's not going to be hitting the stumps, Joshi pulling it down, pitching just outside leg stump, short and too wide. Really hard for the captain. You can't set a field to bad bowling.
No, you can't. That's something which I've always maintained. You've got to bowl well. And if you're bowling like that, the captain's going to think twice before he can bring you on again.
This time takes it from outside off stump. Can't pierce the outfield. 2 fielders on the boundary from mid-wicket and backward square leg. Again, Joshi giving the free hit really outside the line of the stumps. The ball was never ever in danger of hitting the stumps, so Anwar knows that he's got a free hit.
Well, from his face, he doesn't look very confident, Sunil Joshi. He's not the same bowler as he was in Bangalore.
A little paddle around the corner. It's probably going to run all the way.
Very lovely bit of improvisation by Ijaz, and which means Sunil Joshi
is coming in for some stick, and psychological advantage going to the Pakistani batsman. And this was again down the leg side. Ijaz did well to battle it, and the rest was done by the speed of the ball. Now, the Indian captain is a worried man at the moment, as we see it, and the bowler is not really giving him much confidence, is he?
I think at the end of the day, Sachin Tendulkar is telling him, for goodness sake, just bowl one on the stumps. You can't set a field on both sides of the wicket. You're going to bowl one down the leg side and one down the off side. Really, it's very hard for me to set a field for you.
10 fielders too few, aren't they?
Again, outside the line of the stumps. Gets away with it on this occasion. 178 for 100 deliveries. He's on the threshold of the highest score by a Pakistan batsman against India. And that'll just about do it. That'll take him to 121. It goes past the highest score formerly held by Javed Miandad of 119, scored at Lahore in 82-83. Really, the Indian bowlers are copping some stick here now.
I don't think they're really bowling to the field, and this particular delivery, the way it raced to the boundary, it deserved it. It had 4 runs written all over it.
Robin Singh. Got to get the ball in line with the stumps. Sound as though he got that in the middle of the bat.
Not a mean achievement to get past Javed Miandad's record. Javed was a tremendous player of all kinds of cricket, and Saeed Anwar has done it. He's still there and really concentrating very hard.
This time, a bit of improvisation from Anwar. Works the ball from outside off stump. They're coming back for 2. Ganguly is a good throw, but you can't run them out from that distance once they've already started.
Played off his legs, and if you see the runner for Saeed Anwar, he's not really running a straight line, and I don't think anybody's ever told him that a straight line is the shortest distance.
Well, I suppose you've got to do what you've got to do when you're out there. Saeed Anwar doesn't have to worry about running too much. He's hit 15 fours in his innings so far. Not only hasn't he had to do a lot of running because he's hit some boundaries, he's also hit a couple of sixes, and he's got a runner out there working for him at the moment. Again, we're looking for 2 here, not well struck, but just in that distance where the outfielder can't cut it down, the infielder can't catch up with it. So things working very well for Pakistan at the moment. The run rate is very good. 2 wickets down, so wickets in hand, some good strong batting still to come in the lineup. Anything's possible here. 5.66.
Yes, this run rate can't go any worse. It has to improve.
India really needs some wickets. It's the only way they're going to be able to restrict the Indian total from here on in. Maybe it's the moon coming up. I think the players will be happy the sun's going down, and there's 4 more.
Well, either way, whether the sun going down or the moon coming up, the fact remains that the ball is not running for the Indians as we see it. 4 more runs, and that is how Joshi went for a good lap down the square leg. Skidded attempt by Rahul Dravid wasn't enough.
The bowling for India has been ordinary. The batting's going to have to be a lot better. So they're going to be chasing a total of in the vicinity of 300 the way things are going. Anwar on 130. Takes him to 131. That equals his career best, which was against the West Indies at Sharjah, and becomes the highest score at Chennai, surpassing the 130 scored by Chris Harris here against Australia during the World Cup. So he really has gone past some milestones today.
and what a good...
Thanks to Syed Anwar, plenty of big overs for Pakistan in their score of 197 for 2. We'll have a change in commentary now as Garfield Sobers join Glenn Turner.
Thank you, Greg. So that's certainly impressive viewing from the Pakistan perspective. 197 for 2. Runs galore for them here today. Kuruvilla. Just a single as it goes past him. And the Kuruvilla, 6 overs for 18. So he did a great job at the start of the innings. And taking that first wicket of Afridi. So although not a lot of pace, has some height. And under these conditions, it's just not coming onto the bat quickly enough for the batsman to score freely from him. So his figures stand out here for India this evening. This is a situation where the Indians need to dig deep. Very good batting conditions. It's all very well to say that they're struggling with their bowling. But this means some good batting from Pakistan, and it could well be a very high-scoring game. You've just got to make sure that when it comes your turn to bat, you do better than the opposition. So Tendulkar, though, under a great deal of pressure as the fielding captain, as the scores mount. Just angling it nicely. Good piece of fielding, but not able to prevent the single. Welcome in, Gary.
Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Glenn. This is a situation where the captain is really expecting that his experienced bowlers would give him a couple of good overs, a good delivery, a quick single. This Pakistan batsman is certainly running very well between wickets, and they're not really throwing the bat at the ball and give away their wickets, and that makes things a lot more difficult on a wicket like this. Very good batting wicket, and I'm sure the Indian captain would be hoping that they'll play a few more attacking shots and make some mistakes.
All out appeal. It sounds as though he got a little nick on it. He tended to raise the bat to make sure that the umpire knew as well. Umpire Orchard, South African representative of this tournament.
Good delivery, just coming in slightly, inside edge onto the pads. Very difficult wicket to bowl on. Pakistan batsman certainly trying to rub it in here.
134 from 114 balls is great going for Syed Anwar. In full flow there, just to the sweeper for a single. It's the sort of score as the 200 comes up in the 36th over. And for the Pakistanis, the loss of only 2 wickets, 215 balls. And Syed Anwar, it's not been a flourishing innings from him. He's played some very fine shots, and the sort of scoring rate that he has is a reminder of Jayasuriya and the sort of performance he can put in. Just the width there, but he held it back, bowled it much slower.
With the Pakistan score here today, and the way in which they have approached this game, I think their approach has been magnificent in this game.
Hitting it in the air, but safe. So Syed Anwar, the highest score by a Pakistani player in one-day internationals, 139 now, not out. Just bailing out of that shot. And looking a lot fresher than he did about an hour ago when he required a runner. It's obviously helped his condition not to have to run his runs. That's the way to do it if you can get away with it.
I'm sure, Glenn, that you would have had a run on some occasion. You would have some experience in what it's like.
Well, as a matter of fact, the answer to that's no. perhaps I just didn't stick around long enough to get one. Now we've had a problem, it seems, with the ball, I think. So Saeed Anwar just showing that he wants to relax a little and conserve his streak. 206 for 2. So it's 6 and over from here in. It means that the Pakistanis will get to around about 280. And that seems very feasible from this point. In fact, they may well be disappointed not to do better than that with all those wickets in hand. You lose wickets, though, you tend to lose momentum. So these two, ideally for Pakistan's cause, would like to continue. Ijaz Ahmed, his 35 from 48 balls. So that's quite a good run rate. Kuluvilla. Running very quickly, looking for 2, and Ijaz is sharp. He's coming back safely as well.
Well, the runs are certainly coming. The Indian fielder seems to be collapsing a little bit. They've been out there a long time, they've been under pressure, they're not moving in the ball, trying to put pressure. You see, this one is turned off the pads. Should be probably only a single there. Taking time coming into the ball, giving the Pakistani the opportunity to run 2 after it.
Once again, just opening the blade and angling the ball wide of the fielder. This is good cricket from the Pakistanis.
Again, see that shot so often. He wonders why he play the ball with a straight full face of the bat just in front of them and pick up the same single. You see batsmen get out so often, even at test level. You see them playing a similar kind of shot and getting out with it. You've always got to give the ball the full face as far as I'm concerned.
This one a slow one, but over tossed. Comfortable single down to long off. The score now moving through to 210. No need to flourish at this stage, scoring in such a rapid rate. Oh, there's a louder sharp here. Yes, and he's given him LBW. He tried to dab it down. The ball was far too close to him, Ijaz Ahmed. And he's been given out LBW by KT Francis. And so at last the Indians strike. Pakistan 2-1-3 for 3.
Good breakthrough here for Pakistan. Good breakthrough here for India. Having the wicket of Ijaz Ahmed. Quicker one, pitched well up. Again, Ijaz looking to run it. Ball came straight on.
Competition, 30 and 22, and let's look at that dismissal again.
You see the ball drifting into him, looking to run it, to hit him on the pads. You can see plumb in front. Him middle and all. Certainly with a bit middle and leg.
Now another single, and the Indians will be out there. The fans in Zaman. To the crease. Ijaz Ahmed having done a good job. He's 39 coming from 55 balls. Get the strike turning over nicely. So with that man at the top of the order there, Saeed Anwar able to dominate some of the strike. 141 from 121. And that's a slog. Now that's one of the very few real heave-hos that we've seen from Anwar.
Not a very good shot in this situation. Certainly a swing across the ball, not really watching the pitch of the ball, just having a heave at it. And Pakistan cannot afford to lose another quick wicket to bring 2 new batsmen in at this stage.
Looking to reach for it, might have just edged it, but it was so wide, almost could have been called one. He tried hard to get it. Still, if he got an edge to it, I guess he couldn't call it a wide.
Yes, this was the slower ball. You can see rather there rolling his fingers across the seam. Slower ball, didn't carry, but Anwar certainly done a magnificent job, and I'm sure the captain would like him to stay there a little bit longer.
This time he puts it over mid-wicket. That's where he was looking to find the gap, and he's done so for 4. Tried off the first ball of the over. This time he does connect. Away for another boundary.
Well, they say if you swing often enough, sometimes you'll connect, as he did here. Swinging across, but this time with a straighter back, and picked it up into the open gap. But to bring 2 new batsmen in now will certainly give India a chance to get back on top. And I think that Pakistan should be looking to score at least somewhere in the region of 280 to 300 runs. Otherwise, they certainly would not have done justice to this far. And Zaman or Haq is certainly a good hitter of the ball, but he has to play himself in first.
And that's a fine shot, but a good half save. And will save 3 runs. They just get 1. So Dravid getting at least part of a hand on that one.
He'll just be prepared now to throw his bat at everything. That one, a slash outside the off stump.
Zaman, that typical walk across in front of the stumps, and playing in very strongly into the onside. But technically, just watch the feet move early.
Very good striker of the ball. Good player, hard hitter. Certainly play that one very well, very watchful. He'll need to play himself in first, at least have a good look. And then I'm sure if he gets in, then India could be in a bit of trouble here.
Sunday, 221 for 3. The Indians looking to hang in. It's hard to be critical of Saeed Anwar, but I agree, Gary, he's really can't afford to get out straight away until Inzamam ul Haq, the new batsman, is established. It's always tempting, because of the wickets in hand, to say, well, if I get out, we've still got something left and it doesn't matter. If things go my way, we'll get an even bigger total. And he's hit it strongly down the ground, long on, able to come across and prevent the boundary, coming back to the second so that he can maintain the strike. But that's the difference between doing very, very well and doing remarkably well. He could go on here, he could really get a big one. Almost 10 overs remaining.
Good stop. Again, straight drive, hit it very well. Humbly got done very late, through his hands.
Swing and a miss. Wide called. He's certainly trying to get after it, so there's no question about the fact that he was trying.
Again, having another swing outside the off stump. Not even near to the pitch of the ball. So far away from it is not in any way that he is going to really gain contact with that ball. That's just a wild slash. Player who's been in so long should be able to pick his singles, pick his gaps, and he's got a runner for him, so he shouldn't be that tired.
Well, he could end up with 180 just by getting a runner ball if he gets half the number of balls to be bowled. And this one could be out, caught it long on. And our understanding is that it was dropped. It just didn't quite pick it up. And it could have been palmed over for 6. So signalled 6, and Kumble not happy.
Yes, pitched up. It's very difficult to tell here, sitting down right under the stand here. But again, you see, he just hit the top of his fingers like a goalkeeper. He just pushed it into the boundary.
So Joshi got up there, tended to tip it over. It was a few metres in from the edge. Going again and really trying to hit this one for 6. And it has gone. Well, this man could end up with 200 the way that he's going, plus.
Certainly swinging across this one, but picking it up and certainly clearing the fence there. At this rate, Pakistan would probably be looking for over 300 runs if he continue in this mood.
Going again, this looks as though it's gone. Yes, it's gone. The fieldsman just watching it sail over the top of him over mid-wicket. So magnificent hitting here, throwing total caution to the wind, but finding the middle of the bat. Tremendous stuff.
3 balls, 3 sixes again, getting up under the ball, picking it up very sweetly and clearing the fence again. Lovely hit. 3 balls, 3 sixes.
Wow. 20 off the over so far, ruining Kumble's figures. Got to get it in the block hole, he didn't. It was a big full toss, and he's miscued it a bit by comparison. It still goes for 4, so 24 from the over, 246, 247 for 3. So a change in commentary. Asif Iqbal, I think will be shot.
Prasad here continuing to Inzamam. And a single to again get the dangerous Anwar on strike. 26 runs coming off Anil Kumble's last over. I doubt he's got that kind of a hammering in a long, long time.
And Saeed Anwar there, the highest score by any player in one international against India, and he's also well on course to break the highest score in a one-day international by any player against any country. I think that's helped at the moment. Viv Richard of West Indies is holding that record.
And this has been a masterful knock by Saeed Anwar. He just kept going towards the stage. When he seemed dehydrated, he asked for a runner. He seemed to be losing his concentration. Started himself again and taken Pakistan to a terrific position here.
Yes, they are in a commanding position at the moment, and with him still there, there is every likelihood that Pakistan is going to pass the 300 mark, and I think any score over 280 in a 50-over game takes a lot to score, especially when you're chasing. The batsman always under pressure, and the team which already has got the run, they are there on the board, so the pressure is definitely at the moment of Indians. Saeed Anwar with those 5 sixes and 18 fours, 171 off 133 balls.
What a statistic that. Well, get a 200 here if he bats through the innings. The beauty about this innings from Anwar is that he's picked his spots at will. He's looked around the field, he's seen a gap, and he said, well, that's where I'm going to hit it. And nothing's gone wrong for him today. Everything's hit the middle of the bat. And this has to be one of the great innings in one-day cricket. This could be gone, and we might well have a run out here. Shahid Afridi might just be short of his crease, which means Saeed Anwar might be run out.
Although there's a big smile on Afridi's face, but this, you will see now what has happened, and Afridi, I think, is gone, and I think he's made it, and that no wonder he's got a big smile on his face. Shahid Afridi had no doubt in his mind that he has made it, and that's why he had that big smile on his face.
Yes, Mongia took a long time to get the bails off once he had the ball in his hand. Looked as if he came round the stumps to take the bails off. That just gave the time to Afridi to get the bat into the crease. We'll take another look.
Here we'll see brilliant pickup and throw. It's just that maybe Mongia should have stayed behind the stumps rather than taking the ball in front of the stumps, which gave Afridi enough time to make it in. And keep it under 5. That is good bowling, and that's exactly what Sachin is doing at the moment.
Oh, that's brilliant batting. Again picking his spot, just walking across the stumps so that he could get the placement right on the onside.
That was brilliant, there's no doubt about it. And one really wonders if Saeed Anwar has to have a pinch hitter along with him to bat. And we saw in the first two matches, in the first two innings, when Afridi was really hitting the ball very hard and picking up those runs very quickly, Saeed was just playing the second role. And here he is. Well on course to beat the record which at present is being held by Vivian Richards, another great cricketer. But what a marvellous innings by Saeed Anwar. Just 136 deliveries, 5 sixes and 19 fours. Magnificent performance.
Yes, it's amazing to be able to go on for that long and maintain that strike rate. There is a man at long on, so a single to end the over. 257 for 3. 6 of them have come from Saeed Anwar. That's quite incredible. Kuruvilla will be to continue. He'll be bowling to Inzamam. Real problems here for Tendulkar. He would have never imagined he would have had to bowl so many overs. The only reason why he's bowling is he's bowled 6 overs is because Joshi has come in for some serious stick, as well as Anil Kumble. Gave 26 runs in his last over. And clearly here the pick of the bowlers, Abhi Kuruvilla. 8 overs for 28. That's excellent stuff on this pitch.
And with only 1 over remaining after this for him, Sachin Tendulkar has got problems, and very rightly so, being the captain. He has taken the responsibility and he has come on to bowl himself.
And good running there by the Pakistanis. That's all they need to do at this stage. Pick a runner ball, the odd boundary or 6 will come at this stage.
Yes, although Saeed Anwar didn't manage to run the ball down, but he still got bats to the ball, and Inzamam ul Haq was not really very well known for his running. He's comfortably taken that single. Yes, Ravi, I think at this stage, without really taking undue risk, Pakistan can still manage to get 300, but with so many wickets in hand, even if they take risk, I think they should comfortably be scoring in the region of around 300.
He's played that on the onside and found the gap as well. It's another boundary here for Pakistan.
Well, that is bad bowling, because Abhi Kuruvilla has got that fielder on the fine leg inside the circle and then pitching this ball short. And coming into the batsman, that was a free hit. And Inzamam, as we all know, is not going to miss on those.
Yes, he got into good position there and just helped the ball on its way into the gap. This is just what Pakistan wants. 1s and 2s. Occasional boundaries of 6 will come at this stage. He's taken the aerial route again, and he's found the gap again. He's split the field there. He's beaten long off and long on for another boundary.
He's such a powerful hitter, and we'll see this again, that Inzamam just kicking this ball straight back over the head of the fielder, and the fielder on the long on had no chance whatsoever of preventing that from crossing the boundary line.
Good thing about the shot was he was trying to hit it straight. There's a big gap there between long off, which is a little wide, and long on.
Well, Pakistan is certainly making sure that the toss that has been won by their captain, making use of this beautiful batting track, posting enough runs on the board for their bowlers, the weaker link of the Pakistani strength, the weaker link, which is the bowling, giving them enough runs to defend. And that's exactly what Ramiz Raja had in his mind when he won the toss and elected to bat. something which the Indian captain or the Indian team cannot afford at this stage. Not only they are giving extra runs, but they're also giving extra deliveries. And with this man in form, with 177 to his name, you really don't want to give him extra deliveries.
And he blazes at that one, and that will beat Kumble on the offside for another boundary to Saeed Anwar. He really has been dealing in boundaries here this evening.
And the remarkable thing about this innings is that every time he's piercing the field with beautifully timed shots, he's also finding the gaps. And very difficult to set a field to any batsman in such form.
Another no ball. And this is what India just cannot afford to do. Not only have Pakistan got 2 runs here, the Indians have to bowl another delivery.
Yeah, especially when a spinner bowling no balls is very annoying, and I'm sure Sachin is not happy with himself, but he has to be careful because obviously, as I mentioned earlier, Saeed Anwar in full flow, getting these extra deliveries only helping the Pakistani cause. Well, a direct hit would have definitely got him out, but the throw was a bit wayward.
So really Pakistan now motoring along, 277 for 3, and Saeed Anwar approaching a big landmark in one-day cricket.
Yes, he's 4 runs short of Gary Kirsten's 188 in the last World Cup and 5 runs short of Vivian Richards. Highest ever in one-day international scored against England.
Well, and this knowledgeable crowd, they know it. So with 5 overs remaining, Pakistan having a good chance here of getting past the 300-run mark, since Imam is on strike. Kurubilla to continue. That will get Saeed Anwar on strike. 184. 5 short of the highest score ever in one-day international cricket. 189 not out by Vivian Richards. He not only has a chance of breaking that record, but has a chance of becoming the first man to hit a double hundred in one-day cricket.
We have already seen in this Pepsi Independence Cup one brilliant knock of 150 plus by Jayasuriya against India in Mumbai, and this performance by Saeed Anwar certainly one of the best in one-day internationals.
He's in the air and safe. Going away to third man, just opening him out a bit, hitting the outside edge.
Well, Kurubilla is still bowling.
He's had a go at that one and found the gap. He picked a spot there, Inzamam.
Yes, the difference between Inzamam and Saeed Anwar's hitting the ball is that one is sheer brute force, which is this one, and Saeed Anwar is delicate timing. And Inzamam, once he gets hold of the ball, it travels very fast to the boundary line. And as we have seen there, once again picking the gap and hitting very hard.
Looks as if he was waiting for that slower one from Abi Kurubilla. Slowish off break. And he hit it with the spin. At least 24 not out now. This is hit straight back Kurubilla and hit very, very hard. That crashed into the advertising hoardings.
That was really very, very hard. And both these batsmen scoring overrun a ball, they are going to give India a very difficult target to chase. And that ball passing Kurubilla like a bullet.
And look at that body weight coming behind that shot. Where's this one going to go? He's edged that. Joshi is their third man, just a single.
Well, Pakistanis can afford to throw the bat. They know that they have got plenty of wickets with only 4 and a bit of overs remaining. 288, which is their highest total in one international against India. They've got that, and they've still got about 3-4 overs to go, and with 7 wickets in hand, I'm sure that both these batsmen are going to throw the bat and try and get as many runs as possible.
So 4-run shot of the highest score in one-day cricket side, Anwar. He's on strike. And the ball just slipping out of his hand. Going away to close to mid-on. Tendulkar picking up the ball.
Kuruvella, who had such a good first spell when he gave away only 18 or 19 runs, coming back in his second spell, got the mauling, both Saeed Anwar and Inzamam throwing the bat, and he's going to end up almost 5 and over in the end. But in a very high scoring game, even that is a pretty good economy rate.
So a single to end Kuruvella's spell. 289 for 3. Huge Pakistan score. They're not over as yet. 4 overs to go. So that means still 24 balls remaining. Pakistan are in a position to reach a score of around 320 here. Especially with this man going. 186 Saeed Anwar. And that's very nicely played on the onside. To become the highest scorer in one-day cricket. He knows it. And the crowd rise up to cheer him as one. Terrific innings from Saeed Anwar. 190 not out.
What a magnificent sight to see the crowd cheering him and him acknowledging. He knew it the moment he hit that ball. He knew it was going for 4, and he knew that he's going to break the record of Vivian Richards. And the good thing to say is the crowd appreciating.
Great chance here for him to get a double 100. That will take some beating. Again, very intelligently played. And he's got another boundary here. He smashed that behind point in the air. And again found the gap.
He's got a remarkable knack of finding these gaps, and there it is. He knew it the moment he hit the 4. He knew that he has achieved a huge landmark, and Inzamam ul-Haq congratulating him there, and that is a magnificent performance.
And this has gone in the air. This will be a very good catch if he takes it. Yes, he has. So an end of a superb innings from Saeed Anwar. Just getting the top edge there. Ball going away to short fine leg.
And I think that's Saurav Ganguly who has taken that magnificent catch, and in the process has probably hurt himself. And Jadeja congratulating Saeed Anwar. That was a nice gesture, nice touch there. Jadeja going up to Saeed Anwar and congratulating him. And great innings coming to an end.
Yes, one of the all-time great innings in one-day cricket. What an ovation he's getting. He's put his team in a commanding position here. Shahid Afridi, who did most of the running for him, rightly giving him a hand. 297 for 4 Pakistan.
There it is, Saeed Anwar getting the top edge, and brilliant catch, there's no doubt about it, but I think he's badly hit because his head, when it fell, hit the ground, and one sincerely hopes that he hasn't done any serious damage to himself. Once again we'll see this Ganguly keeping the eye on the ball, taking the catch very well judged catch, but he may have done some damage to his neck.
Almost another run out there. Moin Khan coming in at the fall of Saeed Anwar's wicket. The batsman crossed over when that catch was taken. That's why Inzamam is on strike. So 47 overs gone. Pakistan 2 tells the story. Outstanding performance from Saeed Anwar. 194 in just 147 balls.
With still 3 overs to go, I think it's only proper that Moin Khan, what he's trying to do, trying to give Inzamam the strike, but I think in the process he has to make absolutely sure that there is a run. Pakistan at this stage doesn't batsman into bat.
Down the track comes Moin, wide signal by the umpire. He can strike the ball, and he struck it well there. It's exactly what he's sent out there for. Finds the gap on the onside.
And Prasad still not getting the line and the length right at this stage, which is playing the tune and totally controlling the game. Moin Khan stepping down. Such a good wicket with such an even bounce. All he had to do is make sure that he middled it, which he did, and that's what is the result. It will still take quite a lot to get that score.
And Inzamam's turn now to find the gap on the onside. So boundaries coming pretty freely here for Pakistan. And we're on their way to a huge score.
Yes, and I think one of the things which Moin was trying to do was to get a run of the first ball and give Inzamam as much strike as possible, but in the process he himself managed to pick up a boundary earlier on, and
he's found the gap again. This is poor bowling by Prasad. He's again bowled a slower one. Inzamam has picked it and smashed it through mid-wicket. 311 for 4. Back to Tendulkar. Oh, the man, that third man, overrunning the ball there. Allowing Moin Khan to come back for the second. This is sloppy cricket, real sloppy cricket from the Indians. They've ended up getting 4 here. This will not amuse the Indian captain. He's bowled in, gave himself the room. Tendulkar fired it into the block hole. So Pakistan lose their 5th wicket. They've got 315 runs on the board.
And at this stage, certainly wickets not really important from Pakistan's point of view. They want to get as many runs as possible. Tendulkar, clever bowling there, pitching the ball right up into the block hole in off-stumping.
He's got off the mark straight away with a boundary. And again, a very casual effort there on the fence, as if to stop that ball.
Hussain being promoted with only an over and a half to go. They all have high regard for his batting, and this is what he's been sent in for. And Pakistan is throwing their bat on everything, and I'm sure that
doesn't matter how they come, all important at this stage. Just a single.
It's just a matter of
get a single here as he plays it on the onside. That should get Inzamam on strike. Just 3 balls remaining. Just gets the room there.
Because they would need to score quickly.
Gives him the charge, but straight to the fielder again. Hurry for a single here. Mongia misses the stumps. Another overthrow. So Inzamam comes back for 2. As leg by signaled by the umpire. So the Pakistan innings coming to an end. 327 for 5. Ramesh Raja will be a very good one-day cricket, coming in just 147 balls. While the Indian bowling.
Got a real opportunity here. First ball. Well, good line and length. Drawing a defensive shot from Sachin Tendulkar. Any width, I can imagine he'll be a very fine all-rounder as a youngster, though. Bowls his quick leg breaks also. Once again, on the button.
Very hard task there for India. One of those.
Well, that was on a goodish length. That's probably the reason why I let it go by. Swing and hammering it through extra cover. No need to run for that. It's gone. Mid-off's quite deep and got across quickly enough. But Sachin Tendulkar hit that one in the middle of the bat, all the way.
Strain a bit, playing with the swing. Lovely shot. Good shot in any class of cricket. Giving it the full face of the bat, deep in the field. And this ball just travelling into the bamboo. India would need a lot of those early on in the innings if they're going to get near this Pakistan total.
So the end of the first one, a reasonable one for India, 5. And that'll be 4, top shot. Well, hammers it behind point. Even though there was some bounce there, the width was there, the pace of the ball, and it went away quickly.
Beautiful shot, short, wide.
Tendulkar goes, and the Pakistanis, are they pleased about that? Oh dear me. India couldn't have started more poorly. 9 for 1, losing Tendulkar in the third over.
Certainly a tremendous blow to India, having to chase such a big total, trying to force the ball off the back foot, getting the outside edge, and a lovely catch, second slip there, and India by Inzaman who played so well.
Flips in now. Right line. That's wide and hammered away. Some almost anger in that shot, plunking it past point before.
A lovely shot there by Rajavar. Played very well in the West Indies. One of Indian bright futures, bright young players for the future.
Can he get in the air, but safe enough, but he should run away for 4. Good contest. Oh, well pulled in. So 17 for 1. Yes, over the top. Oh, just wide of mid-on. That was a half chance. It'll just rush away or run away for 4.
Well, he not getting hold of that one. Was looking to play it square. I think the ball came on to him quicker than he expected, and managed by only just getting it over the widest mid-on head.
Whipping that down, and that'll go for 4 too. It's one bounce. It was only a matter of 4 or 5 metres wide of long leg, but it went like a rocket, and he just had to watch it go by. Raced into the fence.
Another beautiful shot, allowing the ball to come into him with a flick of the wrist. Just turning the wrist over, swiveling inside it, giving it direction. Pakistan got to be a little bit careful. They can't hurt the things because...
Oh, that's a lovely shot. Feed his arms. And that was flowing shot through. This one isn't going up in the air. Yes, it's a deep backward square. The one bounce and into the stand, so he hit it quite nicely. For a moment there, I thought he'd stride it, and that deep long leg was... Oh, that's a top shot. He hits second square. There seemed to be a little bit more foot movement this time. It was a better shot. The earlier one went in the air through the covers, through extra cover. Side sweeper. And instead, just closes the face slightly, hits it just on the onside, punishingly down the ground for 4.
That's true, and there's more runs here for the batting side. Fantastic batting conditions out here at Chennai today. The batsman couldn't ask for any better conditions.
High leg was pulled in, and he played over it.
Ties him down there, 48 for 1 for India. It's a bit high. Good shout, but going over the top. Another leg bye to India. That's a fantastic shot again. What fantastic skill. Great timing, terrific balance, and the placement was just exquisite.
Yes, absolutely superb shot by Saurav Ganguly. And he found the gap and the diving fielder, but the ball racing to the...
A long run up for Javed. Slashing away to the offside again. No need to chase it.
That's another great blow by Saurav Ganguly. Very sweetly timed.
And bringing that as well. Down the wicket now, that's out. It's going to be caught deep at square points. Well, unfortunately, that was the sort of shot that India could have done without. It was a premeditated shot, jumping down the wicket to the fast bowler, trying to slash him away over the offside. He was aiming straighter. The ball slid off the thick outside edge and straight to deep point. There's a good field change there. He's brought about the wicket. .61 for 2.
Well, that's nicely timed by Kamli. He's found the gap. This will go to the fence. That's his first boundary.
And a well-timed and a well-placed 1-2. That was a...
And he's punched it through the offside again. This is consecutive boundaries for Vinod Kamli.
That has definitely not only given him confidence, but it has given quite a lot for the crowd to cheer about. And Sacklin trying to spin that ball, pitching it short, and giving him enough room, both width and the length. It was short enough for Vinod.
Pulled away by Dravid and in the gap. He picked up the length quickly and found the fence at deep mid-wicket.
And that's exactly what Tamis would do.
Have to run hard here. That's the kind of running required.
That's a quicker one and pulled away in the gap again. 4 more. So good over here. And this one's squarer, and it could be 4. It's hit very crisply indeed. The offside sweeper can't get around. Oh, that looked premeditated. Just fetching it from just outside off stump. Around the corner, just another swing. And that's a fine tickle. Could well go for 4 as well. And does. So a good over here for India.
Good shot there from Kamli, wide of the fielder. That was good fielding, restricting the batsman.
Just a single to Kamli again. This is again good cricket by Kamli. Nice placing. And a good thing for the Indians.
This time he goes for the big hit. And he found the fieldsman in the outfield. He's taken it, and that's an important breakthrough. All of the Pakistan fielders rush to Ijaz. They know that that's a very good catch, and that was the wicket they needed. The 3rd wicket for India falls with a total of 195.
Well, that's certainly what India didn't want, to lose a wicket at this stage. Kamli coming down, tie down, looking for the big one, just lobbing it as far as the deep mid wicket and took a very good catch low down. And India now.
Throw a ball again. He's got it fine. Can it get past the outfield? Long chase around. In the end, he gets there comfortably. So 2 more runs. Brings up the 200 for India. 200 for 3 in the 35th over.
In a total of this magnitude.
Again, goes hard straight at short mid-wicket. Unbelievable power in that shot. You've got to say that's a drop catch, but really Afridi was on the end of a bullet. And only young eyes would have caught up with that one.
He hit that one very, very hard. I think he did well to get...
I'll come back for 2. Quite an eventful over so far. This is Ijaz coming in earlier in the over, trying to take the catch. Just got a bit low on him. He got it on the end of the fingers. I think he thought he was in a better position than that. And this will go down fine. Will it get to the boundary? No, again, 2 more. So a pretty good over, a bit of good fortune. 209 for 3. Going to get dangerous for the fielders. The umpires aren't going to want any part of it. They want to get rid of this piece of debris that's asked for calm. Excitement in this next hour. You don't need any stupidity with rocks and bottles and things being thrown over the fence. That would be a shame. It's been such a wonderful...
Does a lot depend on him.
And Malik, slower one. It's in the air. The ball straight into the hands of fine leg. He's taken the catch this time. So that's another breakthrough for Pakistan. The only good news you can say from the Indian point of view is it's not Dravid. 209 for 4. Jadeja is out. Salim Malik has sucked him in.
Jadeja looking for the sweep, top edge it, and gave a simple catch there. Fielder getting under it again. He seemed to slightly misjudged it. Got it low down. And
who cares? As long as we can continue this entertainment, I'm sure the crowd won't mind being late home. It's in the air, but it's going to be safe and it's fine. Should be a couple, and there is. No ball called as well, so that rubs salt into the wound. Salim Malik as well, bowling his little medium easy single. So 41 gone, 244 for 4. For 4, chasing 327.
Got to play straight.
You can try to get it square. They've got a lap man in the orthodox position behind, and mid-wicket fairly square.
Come on!
Well, there's only one man saving the single in front on the on. Right ahead of in the air. He does so between the 2 fielders, but not firm enough to part them for 4. His mind, minimum. Yeah. Bounced high, and they managed to sneak through for a single. Oh, there, that just went straight through. He was expecting it to turn back on him.
That's Saklin's main.
Having an almighty heave at it, gets a single, so just 3 from the over. 247 for 4. Right up in the block hole, that's a good ball, and it's out. Straight to mid-wicket, who's standing on the edge of the circle. Wow, he couldn't have picked it up better if he'd tried. So that's a very unfortunate dismissal there for Dravid, after a very fine hand indeed. Off the middle of the bat, just whacking it straight to mid-wicket. He's gone. 247 for 5. And that's right in there, dipping too. There could be just a bit of reverse swing here with this ball, appearing to just dip in quite late. Loud appeal. going down the leg side. Just a half shout, but he must have got an inside nick on it. We'll wait for the umpire. Around the wickets, and Robin Singh will just have to be content with a single, but he'll get the strike. Now one ball remained him to bowl these overs in the dying moments.
The wide one gets it into the outfield. Can they come back for two? They're trying to come back, going to the bowler's end. That's got to be close. He's called for the replay, but I think it's going to find him short. The Pakistan players are confident. Robin Singh may find that he hasn't quite made it.
Yes, in fact, the way Robin Singh, there it is way short, not even in the frame, and yes, he is out, and that is a big blow for India, because Robin Singh was one player on whom they were hoping.
There was always going to be a huge little bit of apprehension around the ground. No, he sends him back. He's in trouble, but he can't pick it up. All he had to do was pick it runs. Ball's in the air. The wicketkeeper should take a comfortable catch here. 279 for 7 now. Really, the writing is on the wall.
Yes, and Akib Javed once again enjoyed. There's a slow delivery, and Sunil Joshi just swinging the bat. It was a nothing shot, and in the end, Moin Khan gratefully accepting that opportunity. 279 for...
Oh, what a good delivery. Ball bouncing, turning. Saqlain Mushtaq, really too good.
In fact, I wouldn't be surprised to see that he may have got a outside edge to it, because the way Moin Khan was trying to...
Pakistan, too many easy runs. Down he comes. It's in the air. It's a steepling ball. The bowler gets under it. He doesn't really want it. He takes it, though. That's a well-earned wicket. Saqlain Mushtaq has bowled particularly well. In fact, I think he's been the pick of the bowlers when things looked like they were going.
And here, Anil Kumble trying to pick him and hit him out of the boundary, getting it at the bottom of the bat, and Saqlain Mushtaq waiting for quite some time before the ball actually dropping into his safe hands. Delighted with that wicket. First in the...
Ramesh Raja. Ball's in the air again. Mid-off coming in. He's under it. Should be a comfortable catch. He's taken it. 284 for 9. Saying the fielder down there, congratulated by Malik.
Picking up his 5-wicket haul. That's his 5th wicket, and I'm sure he's got a liking to this Indian batting. He has been quite successful against India, and that's his 5th wicket. India
Slash through the offside. Everything's really quietened down now here at the stadium. Cricketers in the world. Up and over mid-on this time. It'll go to the boundary, but too little, too late. 290 for now. Down comes Prasad. Well, it's mathematically impossible. Even the great Cigarfield Sobers would find it hard to win it from here. But his contribution's been far greater than that. Again, it's in the air. The keeper wants it. That'll bring the innings to an end. Mongia takes a comfortable catch. And the result that we've known for the last half an hour or more is finally confirmed. India are bowled out for 292. Pakistan with their magnificent 327 for 5. I don't think it'll be too hard for the man of the match adjudicator to work out that Syed Anwar has played the innings of the series, possibly the innings of his life, to lead Pakistan to the win here that takes them to the final of the Pepsi Independence Cup. India bowled out. Pakistan win by 35 runs.
And a very good win too, because
afternoon and elected to bat first. He couldn't have asked for a better result. Syed Anwar led the Pakistan team with the highest individual one-day score. And Camberley, as I say, gave them a foundation. 327 was too many.
The mayor of Chennai. Ramesh, many congratulations. Happy and relieved?
Yes, I think beating India in India is a dream come true, really. We had a tough time in Bangalore.
Up to collect the Pepsi Man of the Match award, 35,000 from the Union Minister for Sports, Mr. Atithan. The Pepsi trophy from Mr. S. Ramsundar, Executive Director, PepsiCo, and the BCCI Man of the Match cash award of $1,500 from Dr. A.C. Mutaya, President, TNCA. Well, Saeed, many congratulations. 12 one-day international hundreds. Where would you rate this one?
Well, I think that was my best one because the heat was tremendous today. Plus, humidity was at the highest. So I think at around 30 or 40, I was thinking about getting out. But I think Shahid Afridi deserves a lot. He helped me. I was really struggling and I carried on.
Well, what was the wicket like? Must have been a very good wicket for batting.
I think I've come India twice and I think India makes the best batting wickets. I've never seen pitches like that.
Okay, in the middle stages of your innings, you seem to be dehydrated or injured. You asked for a runner. What happened there?
Well, I'm actually not 100% fit. I'm 75% fit, but I'm getting my fitness back. And hopefully by the finals, I'll be 100% fit.
So then we look forward to a 200 coming up there. Well, good luck for the final side.
Thank you very much.
Saeed Anwar, the man of the match. Well, that's it.